Huge congratulations for getting back in the win column. Gurdarshan Mangat joins us against Yodkaikaew Fairtex. The split decision, I have to say, when the decision was being read out, were you surprised that one judge gave it to Y2K?
I was very surprised, but then again, I don't remember too much of the fight's all one big thing. But looking over at my coaches, and they seem surprised. And from what I remember in the cage, I was surprised.
It's been over a year since we last saw you, but that's now back-to-back victories. How good does that feel?
Of course, it feels amazing. It's all the hard work. I put a lot of work into these fights, especially because I carry a lot on my shoulders of representing my people. And this week was a heavy week for my community. We had the passing of a very influential idol musician. So all of India has been mourning, all over North America, all over the world. So I wanted to give them something to celebrate, and my entrance song was that artist that passed away this week. So I'm hoping that I was able to give them something to celebrate, because it's been a tough week for the whole community, still is, and hopefully I gave them something to celebrate and give them something when they heard that music hit the speakers today.
Maximum respect for that one. In terms of your 17 career victories, where do you rank this one?
It's always the one that happens. It's always the best one, right? Because you're building up your record. For me, there was something that was special about beating somebody with the name Fairtex. We all know how famous that name is. So when Sherdog gets updated, that W next with the Fairtex name, it's cool. It's a cool little legacy thing that I'll be able to look back at. That he's a true Muay Thai warrior, and I was able to beat him in one over here, and so it ranks as the best. And then the next one will be even better.
Can you talk to us about your overall performance? What were you particularly pleased with?
I was pleased with everything. A lot of things that people don't realize is that I fractured my rib actually 3 weeks ago, and I didn't think I was going to make it to the fight. It was very painful. I was laying in bed for almost a week and a half. And so one kick or one punch in the wrong spot would have been a really bad situation. And for me to mentally overcome that, still make it to the next couple of weeks of training after that, and make it to the fight, I'm very happy with everything that I had to face during that time, and still come out with a victory.
How did the rib get through that one? Did he touch you there at all? Was that a bit of a challenge?
No, he didn't touch me anywhere near it. Luckily, I protected it well too. But the training camp was tough for the next 2 weeks after that. It was very painful. I couldn't even roll out of bed at one point. I was trying to do laps at the pool. I'd have to roll over onto the side. So it was like to the point where I couldn't even open up like a sliding door. That's how bad it was at one point, to know that I was going to go into a mixed martial arts fight and I can't even open up a door for a week. It was a mentally tough thing to overcome, but I'm still going to do it. It's weird. Every fight that I've had with one, I've had some sort of challenge. My debut, I had food poisoning. I was in the hospital 6 hours before, and I went into the fight and I got a knockout. It's weird. It's like if I have some sort of challenge, I perform better. So if I don't have some sort of adversity that I had to overcome, I don't perform as well.
Well, we've seen the pandemic, we've seen injury, but now, like I said before, it's 2 wins in a row. Do you feel revitalized? And how do you feel in terms of your trajectory right now in your career?
My trajectory is that I'm focused. I want the gold. I think there was a point where I came to a point in this camp where I had to realize that the only person standing in my way of reaching the top was myself. And I had to move that person out of my way. It was like not to be scared of the success that I could reach, that I could be holding the belt, that I will be holding the belt. And to move that person to the side and be like, it's okay. It's okay to dream that big. So I had to have these little weird moments. I had to have these moments with myself where I realized, why not me? I see these top fives. I see the former champs and stuff. I'm like, why not me? There's nothing different about them than myself. Why can't I be that guy? So I had to kind of move this old version of myself, move him to the side and be like, let's head to the top.
You stood and traded with an extremely dangerous striker in Y2K, such a rich Muay Thai background. How good does that feel? And what does that tell you about your striking?
I was very happy with it. I shouldn't have probably done it as much as I did. Uh, I was happy with it. They go tit for tat, right? So you hit them, they hit you back. So when he would hit me, I would hit him back. And the fact that I could stand in the pocket, that was my first time. So that was very cool to stand right there. And he's a power puncher, man. He has strong punches, strong kicks, but there was no fear in me. There was absolutely no fear in me. I carry a billion people in my heart at all times. And I'm their lion. I'm my people's lion. I am their strength. And I owe it to them. I'm not fighting for myself. I'm fighting for them.
He tagged you with some good shots in the third round. Was there ever any worry there? Was there anything ropey going on in your mind?
I think there was a cross that he hit me with or something. I think it was in the third round. I wasn't worried, but that was probably the hardest I've been hit in a long time. But I'm one of those people that I think I got a takedown right after that or something. I still got to watch the fight. But that goes to show I don't retreat. I don't retreat. I come forward. And that's just in my DNA. That's my instinct. I don't retreat. I don't run backwards. I will come forward. You hit me hard, I'm going to come back twice as hard.
You've never been stung by a dodgy split decision in your career before, but we've seen it happen in MMA time and time again. Yeah. So when it's in the judge's hands, were you ever worried that? Yeah.
I was scared. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna take that two that he caught me with where he wobbled me a bit and they're gonna steal this fight from me. And that can happen, right? So you don't know. So that was and that's where I was playing the fight in my head in those quick seconds. I'm like, did something more happen that I don't remember? But I'm glad they got it right.
You fought some very top ranked guys in the past, like Reece McLaren. Where do you see yourself in terms of the top 5 at the moment? How far off are you?
I think I'm there. I think I'm there. The thing that I want, the thing is, the reason that Jay Haye's been calling me out and I've been calling him out is because this fight's been scheduled almost 2-3 times now. I think it's an exciting fight. Other than that, and also I know that he's beat Adriano, and that's the champion. And so I want to beat the former champion, and I want to do it in a better fashion than what Adriano could do, just to let people know that I'm coming up. So it's not even the top 5 thing. It's if they want to give me a top 5 guy, I'll take a top 5 guy. I believe I belong in there. With the Reece fight, it was one of those things where, like I said, I had that moment in this camp where I'm like, I deserve to be in those spots. I think when I fought Reece at that time, I was overwhelmed by who he was. I had seen him fight one weight class above me. I've seen him go through it. So it was almost kind of like a Matt Hughes, George St. Pierre situation almost. I gave him too much respect. And now I see myself as one of these guys, if not better. So if I was ever presented opportunity to go up against a top 5 guy, I come in there with a different mindset now.
Do you think Jay Haye will bring out the best of you? Does that one have the potential to be a classic in your eyes?
I think it does. I think that's why me and him are so interested. For me personally, it's a great contest because it's Philippines versus India, and I've fought the Filipinos before, and it's always been a great, respectful rivalry. Another thing for myself personally is Kyle Reyes, my teammate who passed away. He helped me almost 2 to 3 times back to back getting ready for that fight, but those fights never happened. So for myself, I kind of hold that. It's nothing against my opponent. It's just something personal I hold in my heart that we prepared day in and day out, 3 times a day for almost 2 years. And now he's passed away, but I still want to complete it. And I was talking to Kyle right before I walked out today. I could feel him. I could feel his spirit. And I always do. And today was the first time I wore his shirt and it was covered in blood after. And I'm like, I think this is the only way he would want this shirt to be. It was a clean shirt that was full of blood after. He wouldn't want that shirt to be clean.
Well, you mentioned the Reece McLaren fight there. I wonder if that's a rematch that appeals to you. That would get you back in the top 5, like the Jay Haye fight. Is that something that you look forward to in the future?
In the future, for sure. But I definitely want to do the Jay Haye fight first. I think we both do. I've been seeing him posting articles, or not him. I've been seeing media post articles. And now they've been running with that. I wanted to. I think maybe fall or closer to winter time, we do that. And it'd be quite an exciting fight.
It's great to see you back in there. Another victory for you. Massive congratulations. Good to see you.
Thank you.